Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Imperator Rome as we are playing with Egypt. Alright, so before we get started today, there's two things I would like to mention. First of all, that video that I talked about last week that I was working on kind of took a bit of my time that I did for a developer. That is out on the channel to get permission to put it on the channel. You also see it on other channels actually because it's kind of looked at as like a gameplay trailer like thing, so anybody I guess can post it. So you'll see it on other channels as well, but if you're going to watch it, might as well watch it on my channel. So that is on the sequel to a game I covered last year called Panzer Strategy. Turn-based World War II game. Panzer Strategy covered the European theater. This one's called Strategic Mind the Pacific, and it covers the Pacific, of course. From the name, you can probably tell. That video, it just basically covers the first scenario, the Battle of the Coral Sea. Kind of goes over the gameplay and mechanics. It's about 19 minutes, a little over 19 minutes long. So maybe go check that out. That's something you're interested in. The other thing I wanted to mention is that this is actually the second time that I've recorded this video, this episode. This episode was originally meant for Sunday, and I recorded it on Saturday, but I decided to not put it out because in the beginning of the episode, I did what I'm planning to do in this one, is I just wanted to kind of briefly just cover the controversy around this game and say my thoughts real quick. Wasn't supposed to be more than like a few minutes, 3, 4, 5 minutes at the most. And ended up talking, basically giving my review of the game. I ended up talking for like 30 minutes about the game and my feelings regarding it, which just wasn't an appropriate place to put it in the beginning of the episode there. That's not what I intended to do, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just cut it out. That'll be fine. But then as I'm editing the video, I realized I referenced me talking and the things I talked about throughout the entire episode, and it just didn't work. So if I'm going to cut it out, then I can't be referencing stuff I talked about. So I was like, all right, I guess I got to re-record the damn thing. So that's the reason why we didn't have a video on Sunday, because yeah, I dicked it up. So yeah, this one, I just wanted to address the game because there's a lot of controversy around it. This game is an epic disaster for Paradox. Like, I'm not exaggerating. If you look at the Steam user reviews right now, it is sitting at, last time I checked, which was about an hour ago, 44% positive. 44% of the reviews are positive. 56% are negative for those that aren't math inclined. So that's a majority. Most people do not like this game, or at least the most people who put the reviews in. I think it had like 4,000 something, maybe 5,000, I don't know, 4,000 something reviews last I checked. So that's quite a bit for a Paradox game. So yeah, it's an epic disaster for Paradox. And we know it's an epic disaster for Paradox, not just because of the review percentages on the user review percentages or because of the forums and how they are extremely negative about the game right now. We know this because of the first two posts Paradox have put out on the forums about it. The first one they put out was they kind of like went over like how game development works and trying to explain the reason why, while so many of us were saying, hey, this doesn't look good, and we've been saying that for a very long time, like what is going on with this game, this doesn't look good, and why, as the developer diaries came out and we put suggestions forward on how to make it better, why none of these things were fixed. Apparently that's because the game has been like locked down as far as code-wise since last February, and they've only been like fixing bugs and stuff. So they haven't been able to fix anything or add new stuff. So that's their reasoning for why nothing we said in the developer diaries was applied to the game. Of course, that doesn't make sense because, of course, the developer diaries started a long time ago, and we've been concerned about these features, for a while now. So I think that's, I don't know, it kind of feels like a cop-out a little bit. Like, I think your fan base was telling you that maybe the design philosophy wasn't good, and I remember Johan's response to those were always kind of very negative, and I don't know. I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody, but there just seemed to be like a lack of listening on the forums when we said, hey, I don't like the way this feature looks. This looks really, really basic. It doesn't look very good. And then the response is, why don't you just trust us to make a good game, and you haven't even played the game yet, so you don't know what you're talking about, type of thing. I don't know. That's not the way you should respond to concerned fans who are going to purchase your game, It just feels like that's not true, that they had the chance to fix these games when we were bringing up the concerns, and they didn't feel that we knew what we were talking about, that the fans knew what they're talking about, and now they're having this epic disaster in their hands and acting like, oh, we didn't know that you guys wouldn't like this, even though I think it was pretty clear that people didn't like what they were doing. Or at least it wasn't what they were expecting. Their design vision, which is fine for them to have their own vision for the game, wasn't what everybody else wanted the game to be, as far as like mainstream Paradox fans, the main Paradox fans. We're expecting something else that this game is not. And then the other post that Paradox puts up there is they lay out the roadmap for the game. Like usually you don't see that except for like after a major expansion, like, hey, we changed all these things, we did all these things we said we were going to do. Now this is our plans for the future. And the game just comes out and they put a roadmap for the future. I've never seen Paradox do that before, like this soon after release. And they did that because they're trying to like alleviate our concerns. Like, hey, we're going to fix a lot of these things you have issues with. A lot of the features that aren't in the game that you guys are not happy aren't in the game, or the way features work, we're going to fix. Which this is damage control. That's basically what the second post is. It's damage control. So you know that Paradox is very aware and is concerned about the problems. So that's what I was talking about in that previous video that I recorded, and I got way too into it, and it'll be in a big old review of things I liked about the games, things I didn't like about the game, and really that needs to be, once again, I've said this before, but it needs to be its own video. Should not be in this one. So yeah, I'm re-recording it, and we're not going to have any of that. Those are just my thoughts, guys. Little basic thoughts. I don't like the game though. That's really what it comes down to. I think it's really basic, really bland, really boring. I've got about 18 hours in the game total. This is not my only campaign. I think I mentioned this before. I'm doing a Rome campaign as well, and I don't like it, like, at all. Like, I think it's one of the worst Paradox games at launch I've played on this like generation of games. You know, this engine, which of course this engine starts with CK2. Not the worst. It's not the only bad launch. I'm not saying that it is. Stellaris and EU4 were both kind of bare bones at launch and weren't all that great. But this idea that we should excuse this launch of this game because all Paradox games are bad at launch, and that they get better in time, and that expansions and patches will make it better, and therefore we should excuse them. I just don't agree with that. I can't understand that mindset. I just don't understand it. This game should be judged based on what it is now, not on what it will be. And this idea that all Paradox games suck at launch, first of all, if you really feel that way, why are you buying Paradox games? I don't agree with it. Like I said, I believe Stellaris and EU4 were not good at launch. I didn't like them. I felt they're boring. I didn't like their mechanics. But Hoi 4, Hearts of Iron 4, and CK2, in my eyes, were great at launch. They weren't perfect. They had issues. Hoi 4's AI was terrible. It's still terrible, but I enjoyed it a lot. I could put I can play it at launch and put hundreds and hundreds of hours into the game, and I did. CK2, the most time I ever played with it was actually the original version, like when it first came out. I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours in CK2. That was before even I had the Steam version, so you won't even see that on my Steam page because I originally had the non-Steam version of CK2. So yeah, I put like, I don't know, 200-something hours into the game really early, really quickly because I loved it. So yeah, the idea that all Paradox games suck at launch, I got to dispute that. Sorry, I don't agree with it. They're not all bare bones. Yes, things are going to be added. Yes, the game's going to be made better. But that doesn't excuse the state that it is being launched at right now. They're asking for our money right now. We are paying for this. I mean, I didn't pay for it, but you guys are paying for it. They're asking for money right now, so it should be judged based on the merit of what it is now, which is not a good strategy game. And that's what it comes down to. It's not good, and it's not good for many reasons. And once again, I'm not going to go into those because I did last time, and it was like 35 minutes. So let's not do that again. I did want to address it, though, just because, like, how could you not? I mean, so many people were talking about it. The game's not doing well. How could you not address it? I felt like it needed to be addressed. But yeah, let's go and hop into it, into this episode. As far as, I should also mention, I don't know if there's going to be an episode on Wednesday yet, because I'm thinking about doing my review. There's another game I kind of wanted to cover too. I don't know if I'm going to get a copy of it or not, so we'll have to see. But there's another game that comes out this week that I might cover. And then I was thinking if I do have time to record Imperator, I almost want to go ahead and like do a little informal review on it, just to kind of put my thoughts out there. I know everybody else has already done it, so it's just one more person throwing them out there. But I do want to express my feelings for it so that I can direct people, from the, this campaign to it, especially if like, I don't know, I get so bored that I decide to end the campaign because I've done that with my Rome one because I'm so bored with it. It's just not fun. It's not a fun game. That I decide to end it, I can kind of direct people to that. Hey, these are my feelings of the game. This is the reason why I'm not playing anymore or whatever. So I do want to do a little informal review. I was planning on doing a formal review, but I just don't have the time for it. Unfortunately, with this bunch of stuff coming up this week, we'll talk about later. But yeah, let's go and hop into this, guys. I realize we have too many elephants here. So what we're going to need to do is transfer them, though I want to say that we're not going to be able to because they're loyal. Okay, we can remove these other ones. Yeah, so we'll let these guys move a little bit here, and once they get there, I do want to go ahead and separate the some of the elephants here, because I feel like this is just going to be, oops, not that. Let's do this first. I just feel like they're going to be a problem no matter where we go, because elephants are so damn heavy. So let's just move like 2,000 out. Just try and help and reduce the amount of attrition we're taking. Although, okay, they're moving now. Awesome. I guess I didn't see the little yellow mark in there. And then what we'll do is just recruit some more units to these guys here, and then we're going to give them, let's go and give them camels, guys. I kind of like the camels. The camels, they have, you know, better maneuver than any of the other cavalry units. And they have about the same speed, yeah, the same speed as the heavy cav. So not quite as fast as the light cav, but that's kind of irrelevant because your army moves the speed of the slowest unit. So yeah, it doesn't really change much when they're in a unit with other guys, other unit types. And in addition to that, I like their penalties, the way it kind of works here. They don't get as good as bonuses, but they don't have as bad as penalties either. So yeah, let's go and get the camels. We'll do like 2 camel units. And we're going to go ahead and move these as well. I don't know if they can move while recruiting. I think they can. We're going to move them over here because we're going to be declaring war over here on Demetrius this episode. We're going to declare war on Demetrius and see if we can't take some more of his territory. And try and take these provinces here and then Cyprus. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe even Rhodes, perhaps. Do we want to go ahead and build somebody else here? Let's take a look here. If we did, we could only get these units unless we moved them all the way across, which, I mean, I really want to give them some more heavy cav. I feel like getting more heavy cav would be the most useful thing for us here. Yeah, let's just leave it 18,000. It's fine. They just take attrition anyway. What we could do, though, and I think this would be super useful, is have a little bit more ships here. So let's do that. Let's do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 5 more ships. Get them up to 30 ships. Because I want to say I saw that he has 36 ships. So I think it'd be useful. All right. So let's let it play here a little while, guys. Then we're going to be declaring war on them. We got to get the ships built first. Give them time to get their morale back up. All that kind of good stuff. So take a little bit of time. You know what? I could have built the ships to, I keep forgetting that you could build the ships to unit just the way that you do with the army units. So should have did that, but whatever. It's fine. All right, let's move those guys over there. And yeah, we're almost prepared. And oh, well, would you look at that? Demetrius died. When the hell did he die? He was just there. Okay, he just died. He died in December. All right, and it looks like his historical son he took over, Antigonus, is not. He's dead as well. He was crucified in agony about 5 years ago. Okay, so instead we have this guy. I don't actually know who this is. Yeah, I don't know who he is historically. The name sounds familiar, but yeah, I couldn't tell you anything about him, unfortunately. All right, well, that's a bummer. Demetrius is dead. All right, the era has ended. So we'll declare war on that guy, whoever the hell he is. All right, so almost done with our ships here. Let's go ahead and get them all moved over here. We'll give them a little bit of time to get the morale up. We'll probably want to go ahead and also get all of our morale up for our fleets and our army. Get that changed up now so I don't forget once the war starts, because you know I'm gonna. All right, I'll make a little bit less money, of course, because of that, but that's fine. Yeah, get all their morale up. And go ahead and merge all these guys. I want to merge all of them, please. We also knocked out a tech. Excellent. So yeah, we have our 30 ships here, and just gotta give our guys some time to get the morale up. I guess while we wait, we could go ahead and get the claim fabricated instantaneously. I know you guys like that. You know what? Let's go ahead and do the claim here, because I want to say that this one is only 3 provinces or 3 cities. And remember, you get the ticking war score once you have control out of all of them. So we'd have to just only conquer 3, unlike the other provinces. We were to conquer a lot more. One thing I forgot to mention is I noticed here that this city is not ours. So our 2 territories here are broken up. We got to colonize that. I guess I didn't notice that when we were at war with them. It's kind of a shame. Yeah, because you need the 10 pops. That's a lot of pops we're going to have to move down here. Oh man, that's going to be a pain in the butt. You know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, guys. Somebody had mentioned in the comments about, when it comes to micromanagement, I think you guys may think I don't like micromanagement or I'm not good at it. I think one person mentioned in the comments that I'm not good at micromanagement, so maybe I should give AI control of units or something like that. I don't remember exactly what he was saying, but I don't feel that's true. I think if you watch my Hearts of Iron 4 content, I think I do a lot of micromanagement in that, and sometimes even like doing it. It depends on what it is. For me to want to do micromanagement, it's got to have one of two components. Either one, I've got to enjoy doing it. Like for instance, like ship management in Hoi 4. I love doing ship man. I don't know why. It's weird. I like managing every little ship in Hoi 4 ever since Man the Guns. Even though it's extremely micromanagement intensive, I like doing it. So I have to either like it, or two, I have to see a genuine like reward from it that I feel is worth the amount of time that I spent on the micromanagement. A good example of this would be in Hoi 3. You had the, I don't remember what they called it, like the OOBs or whatever. I don't remember, but the basically command hierarchy, the command ranks, where you had to like have, somebody in charge of the theater, and then you'd have your corps, and you'd have the units assigned to that, and your armies and your divisions and so on. And you had to assign commanders for each one of those and set it all up. It took forever, and I hated doing it. I did not enjoy it at all, but I did it. You know why I did it? Because it was worth it. It felt like the time I spent on it was worth it because I had a better command hierarchy than if I left it the way the AI had it or the way it's set up when you play the game. So I spent all that time setting up the command hierarchy because I feel like it was worth it. So that's the problem with a lot of the micromanagement in this game, like the colonization. It's extreme micromanagement. We got to convert the pops to the culture and the religion, and then of course we got to move 10 pops here, but you got to move them down, and then we saw it over here. What are you really getting for that? You're not really getting much. It just doesn't feel. I mean, you get the couple pops that are there, so you're getting their value. You get the little resource there. It just doesn't feel like it's worth the micromanagement. I don't enjoy doing it. It doesn't feel like it's worth it. Another good example would be somebody talked about the slaves here. If you get the slaves up to 15 here, with every, I think it's maybe every 5. You get a new resource. So we'll get another source of dates here that we can trade or get the bonus in the province. So sometimes it's useful to move your pops from like certain provinces or certain cities to other provinces or cities to try and get those bonuses. But I just don't feel that it's worth it. It's not worth the micromanagement to me. It's not fun. It's not worth it. It's not worth the cost and time it takes to do it. So that's the reason why I'm not doing it. It's just not worth it. I think that's some of my problems with some of the micromanagement in the game. So almost got our morale up, guys. I'm ready to get this war started. And yep, I think we're there. All right, let's go and declare war on them. We'll go and use some mercenaries as well, I think. We got the claim fabricated. Let's go and declare war. We'll take a look if any of these are people we need to be worried about. Does not seem, doesn't seem like it. They're kind of big, but other than that, I think we're good to go. So yeah, let's go ahead and declare war. I don't know why I closed that. All right, so we're going to declare war on Demetrius' son. He doesn't even have my respect enough for me to call him by his full name. We're going to use shock action because they're just so good at it. We do have an invention that we can get as well, so let's go and get something here. Let's see. Well, it does feel like we're going to have to get that one, doesn't it? All right, well, that's some micromanagement we're going to have to do because, once again, the value seems worth it. Not something I want to do, but yeah, the value seems worth the time because, yeah, you get a whole new resource. But we got to do it for every single province. Good God, we don't have the civic power. I don't remember how much civic power it is, but I know we don't have the civic power. Let's take a look. We need 19, so it's 25 civic power to get that done. Okay, so we'll have to, like, as we do the war, keep an eye on our civic power so we can do that. All right, so let's go get our ships moving out. I don't know if the enemy fleet's going to be around here. Maybe we should watch out for that first. I'd rather battle them, without our troops on board if we can. So we'll put them out there and just kind of wait a little bit. We should probably slow this down just a notch. Oh yes, I wanted to hire some mercenaries as well, so let's go ahead and do that. They got to wait for them to get their morale up, of course. We can go ahead and start moving them now and try and take that capital province there. Yeah, let's see if we can get the ships to fight us. I don't actually know where they're at. Looks like our wife did inspire the army. Awesome, so we've got a bit of morale of army bonus there, so that's excellent. I'm just looking for the fleet, guys. Not seeing the enemy fleet. If I don't see them soon, maybe let's move over here and see if they engage us. And if not, then we'll go back and get our troops. Yeah, just don't want to throw them out there and then like lose ships and lose troops. Because, I mean, if we lost 12, more than 12 ships, we'd lose troops. And I don't think they're coming to get us. All right, let's move them back over here and then we'll put the troops on board. All right, let's take a look at how things are going over here. We did take that province. Let's go and take the next one. Remember, we got to take all 3 of the cities. All right, so getting these knocked out here and hopefully no army comes down here while our mercenaries have no morale, because that wouldn't be good. I guess we can take a look at our army. Oh, yes, that's right. We're moving these guys back, and they should be there soon. So I always want to trade the olives. Yeah, see, it's the UI, man. It's just... I just wish it gave you the information you needed. That'd be really nice. Like here, I wish I knew like what did olives do, so I don't have to keep popping in here because I don't remember what all these resources do. I mean, oh, eventually as you play the game, you'll learn and you'll remember. If you had a better memory than me, you probably already know. But I got a shit memory. Looks like it'd be local slave happiness. So let's just decline that. That's fine. Everybody wants their slaves to be happy with the olives. I don't know exactly why olives make slaves happy. Maybe they like stomping on them? I don't know. Can't really tell you. They enjoy it. It seems like it'd be fun, like stomping on grapes and stuff. I always thought that'd be kind of fun to do. I don't think I'd want to do it a daily thing, though. Like, that's my job. So we could go ahead and take Rhodes real quick, but if we took Rhodes, we had to take this province because it has a fort. So it would flip Rhodes. I believe they flip even through these here. So yeah, I don't think we'll do that because I don't want to take the fort. Maybe we'll do that after we take Cyprus because that's really our goal here, guys. So I want to get Cyprus. So we'll take that first, and then maybe we'll take a look if we want to go grab Rhodes and take that fortification over there because, you know, fortifications take so long to get. So we do have the ability to get another trade route, so let's go ahead and do that. We wanted to do the capital first. I don't want to do any more local trade routes, guys, because I don't really want to have to like compute myself. Another thing the game doesn't really tell you. I don't want to compute like what value I'm losing from the province by taking that resource from, you know, this province or wherever. And if it's worth it based on like how much money that province earns or manpower or whatever, you know, the actual trade good gives you. I don't want to have to go and compute that, figure it out, you know, with math and shit, and then figure out if it's worth trading it over here, like if that's a good value. I don't even want to do it. It feels like it's kind of a pain in the butt. Why would I want to do that? So instead, I don't really want to do any trade routes that we don't trade, you know, with somebody else. Like, you know, we can get grain for somebody else. Because yeah, we know exactly what we're getting. We're getting the bonus here, and we're getting the money. So, you know, from the commerce income, and it's even more commerce income because you get more from the international trade routes than you do from like a domestic trade route. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do any trade routes that don't have that we can't trade with somebody else for. So we'll take a look and see if what's all available here. Can get some more. Yeah, we'll just look at the papyrus here. I like research points. Sure, why not? So we'll do that because we know exactly what we're getting. And it looks like we have a ship battle over here. Awesome. So we engage the ships here. Let's take a look and see how we're doing. They have 36. We only have 30. It does look like we have better morale than them. We have a better commander than them as well. Yeah, our commander is level 8 while theirs is only level 1. Oh, good God, he's terrible. So why are we only getting 3? A 3 bonus. You'd think we'd be getting even better bonus since... Yeah, okay. And so far, our positioning is a lot better too because we have less ships. So I kind of want to watch this ship battle, see how it goes. I think we're going to win it, obviously. Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I guess we don't need to stare at that. We'll wait until we get the notification for it when it finishes up. So did we take these ones? We did. All right, so we need to move the next one. These guys are done as well. Let's go ahead and have them take that province there. Once again, try and get all of these. Yeah, that's the right one. Try and get all of the capitals, province capitals. All right, so we'll take a look here. I mean, it looks like we might have had a good die roll there. Not entirely sure, but should definitely win here. Why is it speed 2? I remember moving it to... Oh, yeah, that's right. I always forget that when you're in a battle, it slows it down if you're looking at the battle. So even if you're like... So, yeah, when we close this, we're on speed 4. If we click on this, we're on speed 2, so you can watch the battle. I like that. That's kind of nice they did that. It does seem we're now sinking their ships. They're losing ships left and right. Yeah, we're doing pretty good sinking them. We haven't lost any of our own yet, so that's pretty good. But yeah, just absolutely dismantling their navy, so that's good to see. Finished it up here. They are fleeing. We lost 0 ships while they lost 19 ships. And you did gain a little bit of popularity from that as well. Oh, and I think we got some ships from them. Yeah, I think we seized 2 of their ships. That's the way it seems. Yep, we're at 32 ships now. Okay then, awesome. Our troops are on board here as well, so if we had lost any ships, that would not have been good. Yeah, we would have, unfortunately, would have lost men. All right, well, let's go and get these guys going over there. Since they're already on board, so might as well get them going, and I don't think they're going to be able to engage us again. They want peace. Ha! No peace for you. All right, so how are we doing here? Let's go ahead and move these guys here. And why are we looking at it like that? Oh, because we have them selected. Got it. All right, so let's get these guys moving. Actually, you know what? I don't think that's in a different one, so we don't actually need that one. I guess we'll go after this one next, though I don't really want to go through here if I can avoid it. Yeah, I don't really want to take all the attrition that we'd get for going through there, so we'll go around that way, I guess. We should take a look and see what the tactics these guys are using. They're using shock action, which would not be best. Let's go with, I think we're going to use bottleneck. Yeah, use the bottleneck. It's the best bonus, and we don't really know who we're going to be fighting, what their army looks like yet. All right, so just wait in the ship and get over here, start taking those out. But already we're doing pretty damn good, guys, getting what we need here. We're going to have these guys come over here. But yeah, we've got all these. We could easily take control of all these provinces. You know, once we take the province capital, you don't need to take all the other provinces, which is nice, I suppose. Let's go and have these guys get on board here, or, you know, get on land. 16th of April is when we'll land. And yeah, they are desperate for peace. You're not getting it, man. Not giving you peace. Not until I take everything from you. I almost want to like just take all the way up here. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of just want to take all this. Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see how we do. See what we can get. But we're starting to get the ticking war score now. They have a little bit of an army there. We'll see if they engage us or not. These guys are now taking this. Let's go and have them land. Although it'd be better if we waited till they take that so we could go ahead and repair here. Get them into port so they can start repairing. All right, go into port. And let's go and take the next province. So we might want to take all the provinces over here. Just so they can't like build any units and I can move this guy. But let's go and grab both of the key provinces for right now. For the state here. And then we'll get the other ones, I suppose. Might as well. Nope. Don't want your peace, man. Alright, so let's move both of these units. We've got another capital we can get right there. I suppose we will go and grab that up. I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. Where is their capital here? Is it way up there? Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's kind of a ways away. Alright, well, let's go ahead and go after this one next then. These guys are the closest, so we'll get them going there first. And then these guys here, let's have them kind of stay close by. I know that we're going to take some attrition going through here. Let's get them going over here, and then they'll be pretty close so they can support them, because I imagine we're probably going to run into an enemy army here soon. So we're going to want our two armies to support each other, because they do actually have a pretty large army. So, yeah, if they send them down here, we'll be in a bit of a pickle. So 14,000 there, conquering some of those provinces there. Alright. So we'll just keep an eye on our troops. Make sure everything's looking good. It looks like they're trying to take back the provinces I took. Alright, so we're going to have to engage them here. Try and make sure they can't take that from us. So yeah, it's only 8,000. So we should be able to beat them. Yeah, it looks like we're going to engage them as well. Awesome. I wish the mercenaries were fighting them instead, but it's fine. So we're going to attack these guys. And it looks like they are also using shock action. Okay. And we did finish up the battle. They lost 2,600. It does seem that they are retreating. So we're going to need to go ahead, get to moving, trying to see if we can't follow them, I suppose. You know what? Might actually want to go that way. Well, yeah, we can't. We're already moving. The Sacred Beast. Same old event we've gotten on before. I'm pretty sure we've gotten this. Yeah. So, I mean, why would you pick? Well, I mean, I guess stability loss is religious power. Easy to tick it up. I kind of forget about that. Because in E4, stability loss is repaired. Oh, they're going to engage these guys. And I don't think they're going to get any bonuses. Well, they have a hill bonus. So there's that. But I think they'll probably still lose. They have less numbers. Let's take a look at what their composition is. They have 9 archers, 9... You know what? They very well might use shock. It's kind of hard to say what they'll use. We'll stick with bottleneck, I suppose. Yeah, because I don't actually know what that... They'll probably use shock action. Alright, so these guys are moving here. Let's see if we can't catch them. They're going to go... Oh, those are cav. We're never going to catch those guys. We'll try to. We'll see if we can catch them. It does look like they'll probably get out of there in time. But we'll be able to support these guys if need be. Or at least attack that large army. Oh, it's an even larger army. So we do have... well, discipline bonus is actually the same. They are getting the terrain penalty. Looks like their general's slightly better than our general. And they use the envelopment action, which I want to say what these guys are currently using would have... No, it gets a nice bonus against envelopment. Okay. So if we attack them, we'll get a nice bonus there. It does seem that we are victorious, my friends. We killed 5,100 of theirs. They killed 3,100 of ours. We're going to get attacked again. There's not really any like, getting out of here, I don't think. We'll just fight them. It's fine. Yeah, we'll fight both their armies, kick both of their armies out of here. These guys want to trade olives. We're going to keep our olives. Alright, we got our martial advances as well. That means that we can now get a military tradition. Instead of getting the military colonies next, which we're not even going to use right now. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that at the moment, though that does seem like it would be far more useful than doing regular colonization. So we do want that. However, I really want to get this raid portability. I think that'd be super nice to have. Yeah, I think that's, you know, but man, if we got that, we could go and start. We'll wait to start colonizing. Let's get this one. I want to get the raid portability. That'd be nice to be able to get the slaves with our ships, make our ships kind of useful, no matter what. And there's some good stuff here. Unlike after the military colonies, there's not really a lot until you get down to the heavy infantry stuff. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and get this. I like this one. This one's okay, I guess. Light cavalry would be nice, I suppose. And then yeah, this is the one I really want. So let's go and get that. All right, we did conquer here. We're gonna go and conquer, like I said, the rest of it. Okay, they keep moving the capital. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and keep conquering this area. We'll just conquer it one by one, I suppose. It's fine. I'm gonna conquer the whole island. Because why not? I don't want them to build any pops over there. Alright, so let's see how we're doing in this battle. Looks like they are doing the phalanx this time. The bottleneck doesn't get any bonuses or penalties against that. And we do need to go ahead and send this army over here. Although we might win, it's hard to say. It does look like we're going to win there. But if not, we should be able to engage a weakened army. Do we want to attack here? You know what, let's do it. Let's go and send them there just in case they lose. Make sure that we get a win there, because it looks like we're starting to lose some numbers there. And there we go. Unfortunately, that shock action does get the penalties. That's a shame. We lost 7,400. They lost 6,700. So we lost more, but most of those are mercenaries, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, so we've... let's see what else we want to do next. I guess we're going to go after this capital province here. Yeah, let's go and do that. We will have this guy here. I kind of got to keep them together at this point, don't we? Yeah, and then we're just going to go after... I don't think we're gonna, yeah, we do want that one. Yeah, I think we're gonna go after that one, and then we'll be done, because this one requires us to take a fort, which I'm not super interested in. So you know what, we'll just go after these two here, and then we're good to go. Alright, so let's go and have this guy attack over here. Let's let the mercenaries get their reinforcements back up. And then we'll see if they come back down here and attack us. We'll keep our armies together, see how it goes. Alright, so we did take that. I need to pay attention to these guys here because, yeah, we're not doing anything there when we could be. Alright, so we did knock out that province. Awesome. Let's just get our attrition in a kind of better spot here, though there's, excuse me, our manpower in a better spot. There's not really anywhere to go where we don't take attrition, though, unfortunately. Yeah, it seems like no matter where we go, we're going to take attrition. Though we take the least there, so I guess it'd be best to go that way then. Alright, so we'll go over there. And then we'll try and have these guys kind of go along the route that they're taking. Yeah, that's the way we'll do it. And try and keep them together so that we can make sure that we can engage any armies that come down here. And then hopefully we can get this done without them coming down here and taking these provinces back. Because, yeah, I don't want that. Don't want it. Just try and take that last province and then we'll give them the peace they so desire. Alright, so we're done here. Let's go to the next one. It's getting our war score up as well, so it lets us take more. So that's one benefit, I suppose. Alright, so it does suck they kind of got stuck together for a little while, but hopefully they don't get hit by the attrition if they get out of there in time. They did. Excellent. And yeah, they do have a little 5,000 man army there, so we'll kind of just keep an eye on this. Make sure that they don't send an army over there. We can't get an invention. Let's do the siege ability. I know that doesn't help against anything but forts, but you know, if we did need to take a fort, then we'd be better at it. So what do these guys want here? They want their cloth. Once again, I never remember what the hell these goods do, so I gotta like check this every time. So let me just take a look here what the cloth does. It's a local tax. Yeah, we'll keep the local tax, I suppose. Not that really need. I mean, you're trading money for money, basically. All right, and we're just sitting on a pile of money, heaping pile of money. All right, so I want to say we're done, right? If we can take everything that we want, then we will give them peace. Let's take a look and see what I can get here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. This is kind of odd. Let's just cancel this for a second. Let me see what the hell's going on here. Yeah, we have... Oh, there's another capital right there. Do I need to go take that? Yeah, I might need to take that. All right. Yeah, it seems like that's the case. Maybe I missed one. Alright, so we are grabbing that province. We're going to have these guys move over here now. And then we'll have these guys, once again, try and go somewhere where they're not going to get as much terrain penalty, but keep them close together, because together these are only 22,000 men. That's not a lot. Can I get this one, or do I need to grab that other capital there? Let's take a look here. Yeah, it does look like it's kind of weird. I just had to grab the one province capital. Did they change that up some? Almost feels like they did. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that's working. And they keep changing the province capital. Maybe it's to make it so you can't just take one province, you know what I mean? I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. Alright, so they are going to come over here. I don't know what they're doing. They're confused. They don't know what they're doing. Alright, we're going to get our unit over there in 22nd of March, and hopefully that'll allow us to take over all these provinces. Still got to get these guys over here as well. We might need to fight that guy, though. Yeah, we may end up having to fight them. Getting those knocked out. This one's almost done. There we go. Let's go and grab this one. And then we'll see if we can't conquer the stuff that I want. See if they'll let me take it. These guys are almost done. They're going to engage us there. We probably want to go ahead and get these guys moving, but we're almost done, so let's go ahead and move here. And then let's see how these guys are doing. We might go ahead and engage in the battle here. Let it go. I do want to take a look and see if that kind of fixed the problem there that we had going. Let's just reset it. Yeah, that's interesting. Alright, so we want all of these provinces here. There we go. Alright, so now we can get all the provinces we want there. We can get this one here, but I cannot get... Yeah, I can't seem to get these ones until that province is taken. Alright, well that's kind of a shame. I don't want them on there at all, so we're going to have to wait. It doesn't look like they would approve that any damn way. Looks like we're asking for too much. They're desperate. Look at the desperation. Good God. Yeah, I think we might be asking for slightly too much here. What if I just like brought it down a bit? Yeah, if we didn't take those ones, but once again I want these. So, all right, so we're gonna have to let it go a little bit longer. They're gonna get some penalties here. I mean, we have a very good chance of winning. They got a really crappy commander apparently. We got better morale than them. We got the train benefits, and we're getting another guy over there. So we're gonna have the numbers as well. I think we've got this. Yeah, even with that now with those numbers, we're gonna get the win here. Yeah, they got little chance of defeating us here, so that's a big win for us there. While we wait to get this siege knocked out, so that we can take the whole island. That's the ideal anyway. See if this works. All right, so we're gonna let this battle finish up. That'll make them even more desperate when they lose here. Yeah, we've got some nice bonuses here. It looks like our shock action did do well against their envelopment as well, so that's another nice bonus there. Oh, damn. More barbarians. Well, you know what? We're actually going to fight them this time. I don't know where they're going, but let's attack here. Should be where they're attacking. Yeah. So we're going to engage them this time. Do we want to do the skirmish here? Let's just take a look. See, skirmish is what they're best at. In fact, they're so crappy at everything else that it doesn't even matter what tactic they use, because that would be the best for us, I think. All right, so I don't know where our allies are, if they're helping us at all. It seems, yeah, they're kind of taking some down for us, so that's nice. I don't know how much we'll be able to get. Let's just go and have this guy get the next one since we're finishing up this battle. And, whoa, what happened there? No longer will it be known as a man of action. All people's friends will shout him as at the conqueror. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Does he get like a trait or something? Yeah, he gains a conqueror trait. So take a look at him and see what that does. All right, he gets a 10% assault ability. I guess he won enough battles, apparently. We can demand his support for the air as well. Better support my air. And we lost 7,500. They lost almost 15,000. Yeah, we got a pretty good battle there. That was super helpful overall. And I guess we're just going to go ahead and... I mean, we got all the things we need here. I guess we'll take a look at the peace treaty and see if they'll give me what I want. See how we're doing. We're going to reset all this. And then let's see if we can't get the stuff I want here, which is all of this. And they're willing to give us everything so far, but they will not give me there. Damn you. All right, so we might have to give one of these up in order to get what I want. I guess it makes more sense to get that one that kind of cuts them off from here, and then we can get this one. And I think that's good. We can also grab the provinces here, maybe. Let me see if it'll let me just take the cities here. I don't know why I can't grab just the cities here, probably because I don't occupy them. That's right, you gotta occupy them. All right, well, this is fine. We'll take those later. I like this peace treaty. Let's go ahead and try and see how much money we can get from them. Take as much as they will give me. And that's it. All right, so 570. So that looks good. Let's go ahead and say okay. And we have expanded our realms. Conquest of Tyros. The great city of Tyros has fallen to our troops and is now in our hands. Tyros has been the home of the Phoenician traders since time immemorial. For many centuries, the traders of the Phoenician cities traveled as far as Hispania, far to the east and everywhere between the two areas. It was one of the final cities of the region to fall to Alexander when he campaigned through Persia, raising parts of the city for its defiance. With the city under our control, our men and advisors wonder how we should treat our old enemy. There have been people asking for us to sack the city to the ground and bring everything valuable back to Alexandria. So, we can leave it alone, and Egypt gets legitimacy, which we're already at max. Ptolemy gets more popular, which we're already at max. But they get the Merciful Conqueror for 10 years, which decreases unrest. Or we can say that they will not mind if we take some artifacts and monuments, right? And we get a bunch of money. Doesn't really seem to do. We get the looted modifier there. And some slaves will be killed. Or we can say the secrets of the Phoenicians will be taken home with us. And this gives us a 10-year modifier for build cost and build time. We get a ton of money. And they get a really nasty modifier. And a bunch of slaves are killed there as well as a citizen. You know what? I don't feel like this one's all that beneficial to us. Let's do this one. We'll just take a few. Just a little bit. Alright, so we're going to grab that one up. And we got a lot of money now. Way more money than I even know what the hell we're going to do with it all. So, we do have a mercenary army here that we're going to want to go ahead and disband. Go ahead and disband these guys and pay them. And we're going to take this army here and... Okay, we're just waiting, I think, for the... There we go. Alright, so we want to go ahead and place these guys somewhere where they're not going to take attrition. Which would not be right there. It'd have to be right here. It looks like we win it, but of course our guys aren't fully repaired yet. We might not even be able to sit there, actually. Oh, this is not even our regions. Never mind. I forgot. I didn't take any of this over. All right, so we want to be somewhere kind of close. And I might have to make an adjustment here once we get our manpower back up and see make sure that we're not taking any attrition anywhere. All right, so these guys did a fantastic job. Proud of them. Let's go and get them back over here. We did a good job. We conquered them. We won. Victory! We now need to appoint governors here as well. So I suppose we can go ahead and do that, although it is actually the end of the episode. So we're not going to do that right now. We want to go ahead and get governors appointed throughout these regions here. Other things that we might be concerned about. Yeah, we're already getting the exiled government thing taken care of. And that's pretty much it. That's all we really need to be worried about. But yeah, this is Egypt. We have expanded quite a bit. We need to get these guys conquered now. They're still... Yeah, they're still, their overlord is still them. So we're going to want to get all these under our control here. Yeah, they're also, yep, all of them serving the wrong people there. All right, so yeah, it does seem like all of these are subjects of them. So we're going to have to, next war. See if, man, they didn't get pulled into the war this time. So I wasn't able to conquer them. But yeah, we don't want these little splotches all over our land. So we're going to have to, I guess we'll have to get the claim against them specifically in order to take their provinces, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, I don't know how else we'll do it, because if they don't pull them into the conflict, then we can't fight them. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode, guys. Oh, Kush is having some problems. Yeah, they've broken apart, man. Still trying to get these guys annexed. It's taking us a while, fortunately. But yeah, I think that was a good episode. Got some stuff done. And as far as, once again, I don't really... The Rome series has kind of soured me a bit. My Rome campaign, because obviously I don't have videos of it. Yeah, it's just kind of... I've already conquered all of Italy, Sicily, conquered up here, started entering into Gaul now. Also Sardinia, I've conquered... I've been to war with Carthage. I want to say I conquered half of it that time, because I didn't have enough... I took the stuff from them in Sicily. And I wasn't really trying to battle them. They attacked me, so I was kind of busy doing other stuff, so I didn't take a lot from them, because I really wasn't focusing on the war that much. So yeah, I've only taken, I think, half of Sardinia. But the point is that I've got all Italy under my control. I've kind of extended to those borders, and there's still a lot left for what you can do as Rome, and I'm bored. I'm just absolutely bored, and it's kind of soured me against the game a little bit. I don't like the mana system much. I never really liked the whole mana system in EU4. I'm not really a big fan of EU4, honestly, guys. As many of you know, I used to love EU4. It's my favorite time period. Early modern is easily my favorite time period. That's a period I studied in college, that I specialized in. So I love the time period. And I didn't like the game when it launched, but I felt like they improved it, especially when Wiz took over as the lead developer. I think during his time, he did a fantastic job with the game. I feel like the high point was probably like Art of War. And then from there, it kind of felt like it was all downhill. They had a couple good expansions, but for the most part, it felt like the design philosophy was a little bit off on EU4, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I think the pinnacle of that was the last expansion, which was the Spain one. I want to say that's called Golden Century or something like that. Good God. There was like nothing in that expansion that I wanted. It was all, none of it was good. None of it I wanted to pay for anyway, I should say. Kind of reminded me of the Mare Nostrum expansion. Another one, I just didn't really want anything in it. Everything in it was just more buttons, like buttons to press to get modifiers. You use power, you wait till your power, your mana builds up, and then it lets you push a button to get a modifier. And it just feels like that's the design philosophy for EU4 and has been for a long time, and I don't really like it. There's not much strategy to it. It's not historical, and it's not fun in my opinion. So that's why I don't play EU4 anymore. And I was really hoping, and I knew what this game was. I've been reading the developer diaries. I think I started this series saying, hey, this game is a lot like EU4. So I went into it with very low expectations, not expecting it to be anything but more EU4, which I don't really like. But I was still disappointed. Still disappointed in it. Even after I knew everything from the developer diaries, even I knew that it was like EU4, and I still ended up disappointed, which really says something about the game, I feel. So I don't know how much longer we're going to play, guys. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to have an episode for Wednesday, because I'm kind of thinking about recording the review. I kind of want to do like an informal review and kind of put my thoughts out there, so I can like, I don't know, just kind of express the way I feel with the game. I know a lot of the YouTubers have already done that, so it's not necessary for me to do it as well. I don't know if I'm even going to bring a unique perspective to it, because it kind of does feel like all of us are on the general same page here and how we feel about the game. But I'm going to put the video out anyway. I want to. I'd like to. I think as many opinions as we can put out there, and if maybe we can bring some different things. Like for instance, I kind of wanted to bring some of the counter arguments that I haven't seen as much mentioned. You know, counter arguments to some of the things that a lot of people are arguing for the game, and saying, you should like the game because of this, or you shouldn't be so hard on the game because of this. And I feel like there's not enough counter arguments to those, because those aren't good arguments. The ones they've been making, I think, have been pretty terrible. So I don't know. We'll see, guys. But I do kind of want to do the review instead of doing another episode for Wednesday. I guess that would be. We'll just have to see what I decide to do tomorrow. If you enjoyed this episode, though, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear your opinions of the game. I asked this a bit before, but I think it was like right after the game launched, so a lot of you guys hadn't had much experience with the game at that point. So now that you've maybe played for about a week or so, I'd love to hear what you're thinking of the game. Do you feel my complaints about it are justified? Do you think I'm wrong? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're not enjoying it, why aren't you? If you are enjoying it, why are you? I'd just love to hear you guys' thoughts, because I've been reading a lot of reviews. I've been on the forums a lot, hearing what everybody has to say. I've been reading a lot of the Steam reviews. I'm reading the professional reviews, which have a completely different opinion than all the user reviews do. They're giving it like 90-something scores and stuff. I've been reading a lot on the game because I just didn't know if I was the only one that was this disappointed with it, and it seems I am not. It's just an epic disaster for Paradox with their 44% positive rating. That's just so bad. But yeah, I'd love to hear your opinion down in the comments below. Hope to see you on the next episode, or whatever I do next, the review or whatever. Love to hear you. See you on that one. And yeah, that's it for this one, and thanks for watching, guys.